Hi, happy Monday, May 6th. I wanted to go over what your expectations are for today's assignment. There are two parts. The first one is a discussion question. It says find the domain in all asymptotes of the following function. So I want you guys to try your best to answer and describe how one would find the vertical asymptote and then what that would do to the domain. And then also describe how one would find the horizontal asymptote and what that does to the range. After you're done with that, I did post a video here for you to review if you need to watch this video so that you're able to complete today's activity. And then on slide 4, I also did an example, and on this side here, if you notice where I've highlighted, I review how to find the HA, how to find the VA, identify what is a hole, define the X intercept, the domain, and then also identify the range. And I did an example so there's are actual answers for that explanation. Your part 2 assignment is to complete the task cards. I did break this up into 2 different parts. So today you're only going to be focusing on what you have learned so far last week on identifying the Y intercept, the X intercept, and the vertical and horizontal asymptotes. If you look on slide 7, I have a handful of problems blacked out. Those problems you will be completing later on during this week or next week. And then, so if you look, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 15, 18, 21, 20, 22, 23, 24. Any problem on that slide that is not blacked out, you do need to complete. If you see there's all these answers here, I can drag one to each box. They do not repeat, and there's only one answer for each problem. On slide 8, there are another 5 more problems that you are going to pick and choose from. If you look the next slide here, number 1, number 2, number 3, and 4 are all asking for you guys to find the domain. In order to find the domain, you need to figure out what cannot work. So looking at number 1, number 2, number 3, and 4, you have to set the denominator equal to 0 and solve. And then that will tell you what x values cannot be in the domain. On the slide 13, we have problem number 14, 15, and 18, and 20, and they are asking you to find the vertical asymptote. So you're going to set the denominator equal to 0. And if you have an answer that's rational, make sure it's in a fraction form because that's going to be one of the answers in the answer key. Number 20, 22, 23, 24, those 3 problems you are finding the horizontal asymptote. So you're going to be dealing with the leading coefficient only. So if it is a heavy top, then there is no horizontal asymptote. If it's a heavy bottom, then that means that the horizontal asymptote is 0. And if they have the same power, then you're going to look at the leading coefficients to figure out what your horizontal asymptote is. Looking at number 29, 30, and 31, it is asking you to find the Y intercept, which basically means all you do is plug 0 in for X and then evaluate it to figure out what your Y intercept is. And those answers will be written as points. On slide number 24, we have problems 33, 34, 36. These are the last 3 problems, and it's asking you to find the X intercept. So what you're going to do is set the numerator equal to 0 and solve. If you get an answer that it has no idea makes sense, then you might not have an X intercept, and those will also be written as points. If I go back up here, though, I do see on slide, what slide is it? Number 6, I have some explanations. So if you look at these little tabs, they do explain what they represent. So if you forget what it looks like or you're confused when you look at 20 different answers that are on the slide 7 and 8, then come back to slide 6 for your reference, which explains what they are. The domain, we do not write it in this form all the time. This just means that it's going to be all real numbers, not including 7 and -7. So that's how they write it in interval notation. If you have any questions, please let me know. We are going to be working on the same topic the entire week. So hopefully you guys will get more comfortable with this, and I'm available for tutoring any day. it, babe.